Hello, and welcome to another episode of Learning by Doing, where you get to watch a real data scientist do some real pandas exercises. So this has helped my students in the past, definitely seeing how another person goes about it, thinks about it, especially seeing another data scientist, and watching me struggle a little bit, which can be fun for you, not for me. So without any further ado, let's get started. If you want to follow along, the exercise is in the link in the description. So we're doing a deleting wine exercise. So why would you ever want to delete wine? Well, we're deleting from a data frame. So it's basically going to be dealing with how you deal with nans, most likely, which are sort of not a number. So the first thing that we always do, because we're doing pandas exercises, is import pandas as PD. Pretty simple. We'll import the data from this address. This is the wine data set, so pretty common. So URL equals this, perfect. Pan or pd.read CSV. Reading the CSV, as we all know, it can go ahead and take URLs, and we assign it to a variable called wine. And let's do wine.head. Just check it out. Okay, looks good. The only problem here is that this doesn't actually have the column names. So let's go ahead and make sure to say header equals none. Perfect. Okay, great. So now we're ready to begin. Let's delete the 1st, 4th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, and 14th columns. Okay. So there's a couple of ways that we can do this. We can just lock to go ahead and find those columns. We could also go ahead, let's just do this. There's probably a better way for it, but let's say for C in, so we want to delete the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, the 9th, the 11th, the 13th, and the 14th columns. Let's go ahead and say del wine, in this case, 0. Oh, this is a little bit nasty because, well, let's see what happens here. Key error. Right. So the problem here is that this is both these numbers. This 0 is it's both the index as well as the column. I wonder if you actually did lock here. Dot lock. Would that work? Oh. It's not wine 0. It's wine C. Guys. Okay. So hopefully this will work. Okay. So let's go ahead and check out wine.head. Okay, this looks much better. Assign the columns, the stuff below. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit annoying, not gonna lie. But what are you gonna do? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So wine.columns equals so it's gonna be alcohol. You literally can just watch me type this out. Okay, I've suffered through typing this entire thing out. The columns are named. Next, let's set the values of the first 3 rows from alcohol as nam. So this is a great little exercise in using lock, which is awesome. So we need to do the first 3 rows. So let's go all the way to row 2. And then we need to set them of alcohol. Alcohol. I just made sure I spelled that right. Equals. And then just to be, well, you know what, I just pd.np.nan. Okay, great. And we can check this out. Wine.head. Sweet. First 3 rows of alcohol. Great. Now set the value of rows 3 and 4 of magnesium to nan. Okay, great. So we'll do basically the exact same thing. So in this case, row 3 to 4. So 3 to 4. Rows 3 and 4. Okay, 3 and 4. Because again, we need to do this off by one thing. So 3 and 4 was actually perfect. Okay, and this will be of magnesium. Okay, let's just make sure that this is right. Again, this off by one stuff can be really, really annoying. Okay, and then equals wine.head. 3 and 4 of magnesium. Perfect. Oh, I guess it's kind of technically off by one. Not a problem. fill the value of Nan with the number 10 in alcohol and 100 in magnesium. Interesting. So we can do wine.fill in A. I wonder if there's a way to do this in a sort of clever way, or okay, doesn't really matter too much here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and look at an alcohol column. I'm going to go with fill in A, and we need to fill this with 10, and then we can just reassign this back. I wonder if we did this in place. Would this work? In place equals true. It's kind of a little bit funky. Wine.head. Yeah, that worked. Okay, great. So let's fill this column of magnesium as well. So we want magnesium to be 100. So pretty cool. Again, it's kind of like just crazy how expressive you can be with pandas. This is so clear as what's happening here. It's really awesome. So count the number of missing values. Wine.info is one of my favorite ways to go ahead and get the number of missing values. You can also just do wine.isInA sum so none. I did sum to sum across the columns, then sum across the rows. Okay, create an array of 10 random numbers up till 10. Okay, so let's just do this. This is just so bad, but I can't help myself. Of 10 random numbers up until 10. Let's assume that these are rand ints, and we want to go from 10. Okay, and let's size equals 10. Okay, great. Use each of the random numbers you generated as an index and assign a NaN value to each of cell. Use random numbers you generated as an index and assign NaN value to each of cell. There you have it. Okay, so IDXs. So let's go ahead and do wine.lock, and we'll go ahead and use these IDXs. And then we will do this for each column, equals pd.mp.nan. Let's check this out. See what we got here. Wine.head. Sweet. So yeah, a lot of these guys, let's check how many of these rows actually got deleted. Okay, so a lot of them were deleted. That's fair. How many missing values do we have? So wine dot is an A dot sum. Could just copy the row above. 42, an excellent number. Delete the rows that contain missing values. So wine.drop in A. This is the awesome thing that allows us to drop these in A's. And then we want to do this along the row axis. So again, in pandas, the row axis is the index. Let me just make sure that's right. Great. We can do that. And you notice it drops these guys, and we can go ahead and do this in place. Equals true. Sweet. Print out only non-null values in alcohol. Print out. Delete the rows. Well, all of the, I don't know, I think I may have done something a little bit weird. Rows that contain missing values. Well, because we should have, okay, well, anyways, alcohol, all of these should be non-null now that we dropped all of the other ones. So, reset the index so it starts with 0 again. Wine dot reset index, and then we can drop equals true. So this will reset it, and we can just do this in place. Sweet. Okay, so we didn't really have to struggle too much on this one. Again, another like really good one. So again, I do this all the time. Data always comes up messy, and you always need to deal with NaNs. So I hope you guys like that. Let's go ahead and check out the solutions and see if we did anything wrong. Again, if you want to see videos where I've definitely made bigger mess ups and more consternation was generated, definitely check out the rest of the series. This was very nice. Okay, we read this. Yeah, right. So they should have put this header thing in there. This is the incorrect header. They dropped columns. So they basically just deleted a row. because this is actually a row of data right there. So anyways, okay, we go on here. We assign nans, perfect. Assign nans, perfect. Fill nans, perfect. Find null, perfect. Rand int, perfect. We do, and they just want this of the alcohol column. Not a problem. Missing values do we have? Delete the missing values, perfect. Not null. Okay, I mean, all of these are going to be not null. Perfect. Reset the index. Great. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We went ahead, we really crushed this set. If you guys have any other of these sort of examples or exercises you want me to do, just comment them down below. And I hope you liked this. And if you did, you know what you have to do. Click that big like button and subscribe. Okay, thanks, and I'll see you again.